Hi all. TvT. Alright, I'm gonna try slightly riskier build again. One racks expand, but I'm going to go to gas before racks.
Not enough
And I think
minerals.
if there's a ramp into your natural, it's somewhat less risky to adopt this strategy than if there isn't. It just makes it incrementally harder for them to do a tank,
Not enough minerals.
an early tank push.
Not
But it
enough
can still be very, very
minerals.
dangerous, an early tank push
Not enough minerals.
if you go for this build.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
As well as of course you know, a Reaper flood, and so you do
Additional
have
supply
to
depots
be
required.
careful. But oops.
Roger.
Not enough minerals.
And we should probably SCV scout with this build. So yeah, let's do an 18 SCV scouts.
In the rear with the gear. SCV ready.
The ramp also helps you with your
What's
Reaper,
going on?
because if Reapers want to run up here, they're not going to have vision for a little while. So you're more able to hold it just with two Reapers with just one. Okay, he's sending out an SCV scout, which is good. I assume it's an SCV scout.
Ready.
Now that's not a delayed orbital. It just takes a little while. The timing does not sync up. Okay, it's only one gas, so we're
You're
fine.
the boss. Go ahead. Big job, huh? Bad news. What's going on?
Our SCVs are under attack.
Let me out, motherfucker. Okay, I'm gonna lose it.
Command
Okay.
center
The
upgrade.
Grim Reaper has arrived.
Late on the factory again. I'm actually gonna go into
Fear the Reaper.
reactor.
Roger.
Now his SCV went this way, so yeah, we're already at a little bit of a disadvantage because we lost our SCV. But never
Not
mind.
enough minerals.
What? You want
So yeah, we have some extra vision now. A Reaper could come in from this side too. In fact, it's probably more likely to. So that's a risk. I'm gonna go over here with the first Marines.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready.
Building just one Reaper is risky, but I think you can get away with it. It looks like we are going to get away with it, but it's still too early.
Ready. You want a piece
Now I
of
still
me, boy?
didn't get confirmation. So they deny the Reaper.
Add-on complete.
We're going to go into a Cyclone.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
And we can rally these down now.
SCV
Actually,
ready.
yeah, you want to keep.
Not
You actually want to keep
Want some?
Not enough minerals.
17 here because you're going to be pulling it away. Okay, we're going to go Raven,
Not enough minerals.
SCV
Not enough minerals.
and then I like to build a reactor on the second barracks,
enough
and after building
minerals.
one Reaper, swap them over. So we do have to go and confirm that he's expanded here and what he's doing.
Systems go. Cyclone.
So now we have a
Add-on
Cyclone, which is
complete.
nice.
Not enough minerals.
And we're going to go for a
Not
Raven
enough
as soon as we
minerals.
can. I should build another gas.
What's it worth?
Okay, this is risky. What do we got here? Okay. Alright, get back the SCV. It's the same one. It already had some damage.
Insufficient Vesper.
Are we going to get it? Yes, we are.
Certainly.
Okay,
Yes,
that's good.
Indeed. SCV ready.
Now, it would be helpful actually to scan here just to see what he's doing. Unless I pull the Reaper around here, but he's going to be prepared for it. So I'm not sure that I really want to... Okay, the tank. I'm actually going to put the tank here.
You gonna get...
Additional supply depots.
We're gonna put this over here to deny drops. We don't have to worry about that anymore.
In the rear with who wants? Gangway coming through.
Additional supply depots required.
SCV ready.
Still need more supply.
What?
Alright, let's try it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we didn't get the
Not
scout.
enough energy.
It's okay.
SCV ready.
So yeah, now we swap these over like that. We can go into Stim and Viking production, etc. We want one more Rax.
SCV ready.
We're gonna go Viking, Medevac, into Stim.
Not enough.
Ready to roll out.
We're okay on supply, and then we're gonna want to go into
Big
engineering.
job.
Now I like to just put one tank here, just to deny drops for a little while.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, we've got 3 base, which is nice. And
Channel's clear, boss.
Ready.
Ready for desktop.
SCV ready.
and second engineering bay.
SCV ready.
Viking put here in the slow zone. And we'll go for a Liberator
Not
and another
enough
Viking at
minerals.
some stage.
Command center.
Ready. SCV ready. Armed and
Okay,
ready.
so now we want to go down here. It's always a bit risky, like trying to take a third and sort of defend.
SCV ready.
Okay, we'll put this guy on the high ground. Put this guy here. So you want to have
Additional supply
some
depots.
advanced warnings
SCV ready.
if he's coming in for a tank push.
Ah, you scared me. Bad news. SCV ready.
Okay, we'll get 1-1 upgrade started.
What's going
Keep the
on?
armory
Ready to
going.
go.
We'll keep this here so we can catch anything
Liberation
coming in.
is at hand.
Okay, what I'm going to do is going to send the
Flight plan
Liberator
is locked.
around.
SCV ready.
We need a sensor tower
Not enough
and need
minerals.
some more medevacs.
Not enough
One
minerals.
problem I've been having is underproducing medevacs.
Research.
SCV ready.
So you want to have the tank sort of in front of the base if he's coming from this direction. So he can't, you know, siege up in range of your base but out of range of your tank.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
And you want to try to make sure that the factory and the starport are always producing, ideally. Okay, combat shield. I think our macro has been pretty solid actually. I might build one turret here since I don't have any lateral defense. This is often the better way to come in.
SCV ready.
And we want to start on our 4th
Full
soon.
speed. Moving into
So-
position.
SCV ready.
Can we catch?
Mineral field.
You probably yeah. You shouldn't go in that
Gas
deep.
freedom.
That's a mistake. Okay, it looks bio heavy. I'm gonna go for another tank.
Who wants some?
Not enough minerals.
We got a reasonable scout on the bases,
This better be
so I'm
good.
just gonna go around like this.
Gangway.
And I assume that he's got a third.
Armed and ready.
This one I'm gonna park here because it's sort of on both. It hits both
Additional
directions.
supply depots.
Entry.
Not enough
SCV
minerals.
ready. Want a piece of me, boy?
It's hard
Not
to know
enough
if we're ahead or
minerals.
behind in terms of macro.
Additional supply depots.
It could be about even.
Not enough
But
minerals.
now what I want to do is sort of come around this way.
SCV ready.
Because we have the sensor tower, so we still want to be in range.
Good.
And able to react
Not
quickly if
enough
need be.
minerals.
Okay, so we've got 3 racks, it's not enough, we need 2 more.
Go, go.
And then we need a
Not
starport.
enough research.
And I actually am going to scan just to see what he's doing here. Yeah, it's very bio heavy. Looks like potentially marauder heavy as well.
Not enough minerals.
SCV
Add-on complete.
Okay, at this stage we now can
in the
afford
rear
sort
with
of
the
drop
gear.
turrets.
We SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
You know, it's tempting to just try
Kaboom,
one. The thing is,
baby.
he's got bio, so.
By the number.
Mineral field
But like,
depleted.
sometimes a better angle
On
to
my
drop in
way.
from is actually here. Backup base is
Not
worth
enough
doing.
minerals. Not enough
Probably need more
minerals.
Vikings. I'll do a Liberator too.
SCV about to get heavy.
Orders.
SCV ready. Gangway.
Mineral
Okay.
field depleted.
Since it's out. Okay, so let's see if we can dive in here.
Add-on
Undetected.
complete. Add-on complete.
Ready to plunder.
You gonna get me armed and ready. Been waiting on you.
Upgrade. Add-on.
Yeah, I didn't think we were going to be able to get it out, so. But we do get a good look at his army. Actually, we could have got it out. That was a mistake.
Command center upgrade complete.
Orders received. That's fine. You gonna give me orders? Armed and ready. This better be.
Okay.
Baby.
Will do.
Let's have a blast.
That was alright. I should have just picked up.
Who wants some? Huh? You want a piece?
Upgrade complete.
Go, go,
Oh. God damn it. We don't have any Vikings. Did it? Oh, it died anyway. So it's, oh, we had the cyclone. That's fine. Forgot about the cyclone.
I'm in deep.
Oh,
Command center.
This better be good.
where's my Raven? God damn it. Oh, we're gonna get a cleanup anyway.
Let's have a blast.
Okay, that was a really nice cleanup. I didn't even have to use the Raven energy.
We could use some help here.
Okay, I'm gonna go into second armory.
Bad news.
I don't really need that there anymore.
In the rear with the SCV ready.
So he's gonna have this base. Oh, he doesn't have that base. What the hell?
It's about to
He can't.
get heavy.
Does he have it? What the hell?
Go, go, go.
Is he here? Okay, well, I mean, we actually don't really have to do anything drastic here. I can't believe that he's only on. Okay, there's a widow mine there.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, it's on.
Mineral field
Cool, we got the tank.
depleted.
Oh, okay, this is totally winning. Oh, okay, well let's kill this first. Go in here, superiority here. Okay, yeah, this is just over. Yeah. Wow, that was a lot easier game than I expected. Wow, why was his third so late? I just assumed that he had this base, right? I didn't even bother checking. Because I did check here, so I thought, oh, if he's not here, I sent a marine all the way around. But I didn't bother checking here because I figured if yeah, wow, okay. Let's have a look at okay, it's another one of these yeah, you don't know, like it could be a very, very unfair matchup, right? So like when I was saying that about my opponent, like it's an easy game, I mean, I was assuming it was sort of a more equally matched. I don't know, let's have a look. So yeah, it looks like I was just ahead here. He took a bad fight, even when I was slightly out of position, particularly with my Raven. But just a comfortable army supply lead the whole game, and then we won that fight comprehensively. Well ahead in resource collection, ahead in upgrades, way ahead in workers. I had no idea how far ahead I was. And actually, that drop, because if you're on 3 base or about to go to 4 base, you know, doing a drop that kills half a dozen SCVs, you know, say 10 SCVs or so, it's not really a big deal at that point of the game. But if somebody's still on 30 workers, it makes a big deal. It's a big deal, and I should have picked up. If I'd picked up, instead of just standing there going, "Oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to get it out," then I could have actually done even more damage on the natural, for instance. So.
SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under command center upgrade.
Yeah, so that's a clever strategy. You do get the SCV, So you've just got to be a bit careful about that. If you're going to go in, if you look at some of the high level players, they sort of don't, they often don't pop their scouts in much further than here, and for exactly this reason. But I did want to get the scout. I got the scout 1 gas, but still, did I get the scout on the reactor first? I'm an idiot, you know. I'm an idiot because that is a reactor first, right? It's almost finished, which means he's not going to have any Reapers. So I should have taken this Reaper across straight away, as soon as I scouted that. But you know, it's hard to do everything at once.
Add-on complete.
So yeah, he's skipped the Reaper, gone into 1 Rex. Wow, 3 Rex. See, if I had brought my Reaper over earlier, although he would have covered this entrance, I would have been able to come in. If I'd scouted that it was reactor first, what I could have done is I could have come in here with my Reaper. I could have killed at least 1 SCV and delayed. I probably could have maybe got a scout that this was a 3 CC, sorry, a 3 Rax, which means he's not going to have tanks or any anti-air for a long time, and we could have considered going for a tank push. So yeah, I should have scouted better than I did. So if we look at how the game is situated now, okay, I'm actually 9 workers ahead, so 7 workers ahead. This is just macro, just superior macro. I mean, like, he built the 2nd supply depot. Actually, what you can do is you can cancel it after you kill the SCV. You can cancel it. But if you're investing 100 minerals before you build the base, obviously you're going to slow the base down, right? But he's I've already got a cyclone and a tank on the way. Yeah, I mean, and he's got what, a handful? Yeah, he's got enough actually at this stage because I don't have any tanks. But he's very vulnerable to a tank push. Okay, so we've got 2 SCV kills. That's actually very important. If he's only on 24, 22 workers, it's very important. You think, oh, what difference does it make? But in a low econ game, that basically slows everything he does down by 10% from here. Not quite, but it does have an important impact. So I lost the Reaper, but at this stage the Reaper is pretty useless. With this many Marines, etc. It can be helpful. On the other hand, I could have used it to scout his 3rd base and the fact that there was no 3rd base. But I dived in, just took a chance to see if I could get. Yeah, I don't think this 3 barracks build is very good against Terran. It's good against TOS, but it's not good against Terran. I don't think, because Marines by themselves are just useless against tanks. You know, you need Ravens and tanks. You know,
additional supply depots
or
required.
certainly you also need medevacs. But if you look here, I'm pretty well prepared. I'm pretty well prepared for a drop. I've got a tank here. I've got a cyclone and a Viking that can sort of try to catch the medevacs as they're coming in. Then I can just fly the Raven over here, or I could even pick up some Marines and fly them in. So this is going to be hard. Even a 2 medevac drop would struggle to deal with this. Because if he wants to drop on top of the tank, he has to fly all the way to here to drop on top of the tank. And he's not going to do that if he's taking Viking fire and he's taking Cyclone fire. He's going to start dropping here as soon as he can, and then he's going to get shelled by the tank. Okay, and then he can't get to the tank with bio. I can pull some SCVs here. You know, he just can't get to it. So this is what you want in terms of tank positioning. You want to have it directly adjacent to the tank, so that basically any drop around here to try to hit your workers is in range, and you ideally want to make the tank as difficult to get to as possible. So this is the ideal tank positioning here. Unless he comes from a drop from this angle, then it would not be ideal, because then he could come in and drop directly here. So normally I'd actually try to have a Viking here, and I do build a missile turret here not too much later. But yeah, you can't protect all fronts at once. And a drop on this side is going to be much slower because the medevac has to go all the way around like that. So you've got to, cover this area first, and then cover this area. But yeah, for your frontal bases, you want to have like the tanks like just ahead of the base, or you know, maybe you could put them out a little bit. But if they're behind it, they can siege up the tanks and shell your base, and your tanks are going to be out of range. So you want to make sure that's not the case. You have some tanks preemptively sieged, and you have some vision. So if he wants to come in and siege up his tanks in range of your tanks, he's going to take some tank fire doing so. And so that means he needs ravens. If you want to do that, you need to come in with ravens and disable the tanks, and then you move your tanks in and siege them. Otherwise, you're just going to take very heavy losses as you do that. Okay, so he's only just getting a starport reactor up now. So he's got one tank, and yeah, you can't play TvT this way. I suspect this guy's about a 2.5, something like that, 2.4, I don't know. But you know, it's sort of like also he has no vision, he has no drop defense, right? So I got unlucky with my Liberator because I came in here and he just had all these Marines here. But you know, if I'd actually come in here and hit here, I probably would have got 5 kills, and then by the time he moves his Marines up here, I can get it out, right? He's got no drop defense, so I can just come in and drop here, and he's out of position. He's got no vision on what I'm doing here. So yeah, you have to be cognizant of the threats. If you compare that, you know, if you're, this might be instructive for Terran players as sort of 500 MMR below me. You know, you want to be conscious of the threats, right, and proactively defending against them. So I have a tank here, a Marine here that can spot an incoming frontal aggression. So I've already got one tank sieged, and then I'll be out. You know, these shouldn't be here. These should be about here, which I moved them there soon. So you know, you can prepare, right? And I've got drop defense here, right? I don't have drop defense here at the moment, which is a vulnerability, but it's not going to be too bad to deal with because I can come back. So yeah, you just need to be aware of that. He's getting a little bit of vision here, which is good. But yeah, you can see I have vision here on the high ground now, which is important because if you don't have high ground vision, if he puts tanks here, you know, he can put out some damage. So I'm going to siege this tank here where it has, yeah, so I've got vision, and this tank sort of covers multiple entry points. So it covers here, and if he's pushing through here and I'm evacuating and he chases in, it also protects. So that's a reasonably good location for a tank. This is a good location for a tank as well, because if he stims in with his bio, we're going to get some shells there. If I'm trying to float the base out and he tries to chase it in with his bio, I'm going to get some hits. And it's pretty hard to get to there. It also shells all through this area here. And if he comes in, it's going to take him a while to get to it, so it also shells the ramp. So this is a very good location. So try to think carefully about the location of your tanks. So this also, I think, has sufficient range to basically stop the drop getting through, or at least warn of it and put some damage onto the medevac. And you know, if you get some warning, then you stim this bio out and you hit the medevac, and you might even be able to get it. Yeah, so he's very, very late on his third here. Yeah. So where's has my Liberator come in yet? Okay. So the other thing you can do, just send out scouting Marines. I send a Marine all the way around looking at all the bases, except this one. And I can see here, yeah, it's a good way of discovering hidden bases. Has my Liberator gone out already? But yeah, just the supplies here. This is just being out macroed. But yeah, so I have my forces here that can pivot in either direction. So if I spot them coming in this way, you know, I'm a little bit out of position here. Now that I have the sensor tower, I should be putting the Marine up here actually, because I will be a little bit out of position. But you know, when you're taking the fourth, you got to think about what's the priority to defend, right? I've got a much larger investment here, right? I've got 25 SCVs on this base, too many, right? I've only got 6 here, you know, and you can sort of I've got a backup base, so you can if you're out of position, you can afford to lose a base like this, and it's not going to put you out of the game. But also, it's just much less likely he comes in with this direction because he has to walk all the way around, right? And if you're marching your entire army all the way around, it's very risky, especially if you have a third base here, which I thought he did, because I can just push in like this, and his army might be out here if I spot what he's doing, and I can just hit this, and then I can like push into here and here. So it's a little bit risky for him to do that. So I think I'm doing the right thing, you know, guarding the front. So yeah. Okay, I missed the drop. Sorry. So let's go back and look at the drop. Okay, so yeah, people often forget that you know, often people, myself included, no, I have actually built a turret there. But people often forget that, you know, you guard sort of here and you guard here and you think you're safe. This area here is often vulnerable. Because you can't really drop, if you've got a base here, that's going to sort of cover this kind of area, right? But this is often an area that is neglected, so it can be helpful to put a turret here. So yeah, he's out of position and he has no drop defense, right? I dropped too early. That's okay. But how many workers do we actually get here? It'd be interesting to know. Yeah, so this is actually a lot of damage. Now, I should have picked up here. I could have scanned, I could have afforded to scan. This is a mistake. He's pulling his entire army back. And I had time here to just pick up and come around here. But I didn't know, you know, when you're playing TvT, especially if you think it's somebody about your level, they're just not going to have, they're going to have Vikings, right? He's got no Vikings. If I'd known he had no Vikings, I would have, but if you think he's got Vikings coming in, if you pick up, it's just going to get shot down anyway. So, but yeah, I could have actually picked up. So this was a mistake. I thought maybe I could just pick off one more SCV, but it was pretty dumb. So, but I would have got so much more damage. See, he's pulled everything back. See, this is why, you know, keep one tank here, keep one tank or something, or, you know, have something so that you can't just do this. Because otherwise, you know, medevacs are fast, right? You can be run around like an idiot. But how many do we get here? We get another 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. And the medevac itself. So, with that drop, we actually killed 14 workers. No, we didn't. We killed 2 with the Reaper. So we killed 12 workers on a 2-base economy. That's actually very, very important. So yeah, it's now at 75 workers to 27. So wow, that drop was much more successful than I expected, and it could have been even more successful. And see, the problem with what he's doing here is I could have come in with proper micro with all 7 Marines, done more damage. I could have jumped up and hit this again. I could have just gone back and forth, right? He's not splitting his army. So yeah, try to get out of the habit of sort of F2ing. You have to learn how to kind of split your army. I should have just picked that guy out while I was there, but whatever. So yeah, at this stage the game is basically over. But okay. Also, this is an example of how to not engage in frontal aggression. So strategically, it's the right idea to attack, because although he's way down on economy, the army supply is not that imbalanced. Okay, so if he can win this fight, he might be able to get himself back in the game, you know, if he can kill this base and kill this base. Or even just push in. Okay, but see, I spot the attack coming in, though I was slow to react. I can't remember what I was actually doing. What was I doing? How early did I spot it coming in?
We could use some help here. Ready. It's about to get heavy.
Just looking at my own vision here. Okay, so I was macroing my 4th. Oh, there's a drop coming in. Okay, hold on. So I had to deal with this drop first. Oh, not a drop. Oh, it was double Liberator. I thought it was single Liberator. Okay, but see, this is what I mean. He goes through the slow zone. He's taking... Yeah. So, yeah. That was really good. So that was distracting my attention. That's a good... By the way, that's a good thing to do. Double. See, I was still looking for the... I didn't realize I killed it, and I was slow to react. It's very good to attack in 2 places at once. But if we look at here, I mean, firstly, scan, right? He's got full energy on it on both of his orbitals, right? Which tells me that maybe he's less than 2.5. Use your energy, but certainly if you're bidding your entire army, right? Scan ahead to see what you're up against, and so he's pushed his tanks way too far forward here. But I was slow to react. But you see, I already got some shots off. I was slow to react. Yeah, siege your tanks, too slow, much too slow. And so now my tanks are sieged, right? So already taking hits here. And this was actually without the Raven. Unfortunately, the Raven was out of position. But this fight could have gone so much worse for him if I had actually been paying attention. If he hadn't deflected my attention here. And also he pulled my Raven back. I forgot that I had a Cyclone here, and I pulled the Raven back. So if I was paying attention, what I would have done is siege these tanks right now, okay, and get my Raven ready. And these would have been sieging and already shelling, right? And then stim the bio in now, okay, and hit the tanks first. And then you could just, if he gets tank sieged, you could just even preemptively interference matrix a couple of tanks. But yeah, but see, these are sieged up now before his tanks, and yeah. Also the upgrades. I'm a full round of upgrades ahead as well. So, but yeah, you look at the resources lost. It's imbalanced, but that fight could have gone better for me. But yeah, now it's just game over. So yeah, I was shocked to land he didn't have a third. I thought he was going to take out the third. But yeah, auto turret, the target fired the tank down, which was good. And now we've basically got, if nothing else, just an impenetrable contain, because he's never going to be able to push out with this many tanks. Again, he doesn't scan, right? He's never going to be able to push out with this many tanks, and I've got air control as well, so he's not going to be able to come and siege up with Liberators. So there's actually nothing he can do, and he just walked into a meat grinder. So yeah, so hopefully that's instructive. Fun game, but not a very fair one, or a little bit imbalanced with the matchup. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.